Hello and welcome, fellow artists, fellow tarot lovers. It's me, Intuitively Matt, and today I want to welcome you to a little reading that I'm going to do for artists in particular. This is a pick a card tarot reading, as you probably already know. We have the Mystic Mondays tarot deck with a Labradorite angel. You can see that gorgeous reflect on the angel's wing right there, and a little bit right there by its feet. Then we have a black tourmaline angel. Gorgeous, gorgeous. With the Golden Art Nouveau tarot deck, which if you do want to see the full flip through of it, I do have an unboxing video of this tarot deck. And then we have the Lepidolite angel. It's a pretty purple stone. Really great for self-love. And the Wizard's tarot deck. If you don't know how a pick a card works, you basically pick the deck and the item that you feel most drawn to. So you can ask your spirit guides, you can ask your angels, you could ask any higher power you believe in to basically give you an inkling of to which deck to choose. So the timestamps will be linked down below in the description box, and I hope you enjoy your reading. This is group number 1, group number 2, and group number 3. Group number 1, you chose the Labradorite angel. One of my favorite stones ever, Labradorite. It's pronounced just like the dog, Labrador, and then ite. And you see that gorgeous blue and green just reflect. Good choice. And we have the Mystic Mondays tarot deck. Awesome holographic foil on the sides. So, what should group number 1 keep in mind for their art? So I believe the cards are shuffled now. And I just want to, before I pull the cards, let's take a deep breath in. Hold. Then exhale. And let's see what your cards have to say. Okay, you have a really cool set of cards here. So we have the Devil. Maybe your art is a little bit influenced by the darker side of life. I feel as though you feel restricted. Maybe you're having a bit of artist's block in your life currently, and I want to let you know that it truly is you setting your own limitations onto your art. Maybe there's a certain piece or a certain part of your art that you felt as though you can't do, and I want to let you know that is your own restriction that you're placing on yourself. That is not anyone else's restriction. You can do whatever it is that you want with your art, because I feel as though some of you are feeling tied down and restricted. Four of Cups. I feel as though the universe wants to offer this, is giving you this certain idea, is planting an idea of this project that you have in mind that you want to do, but you are choosing to ignore it. You're kind of purposefully turning your back to it. And I want to let you know that if you do decide to cut the restrictions, cut the chains off, you have a really, really awesome card here, the Chariot. It's all about victory. It's all about overcoming obstacles, which I think is a perfect tie to the Devil. You sort of overcoming the Devil. It's a little bit of an Archangel Michael action there. Again, if it's artist block, I understand that, but if it's an idea that you're like, well, maybe that doesn't fit in with my brand, maybe that doesn't fit in with my aesthetic, just try it, because it is an idea being given to you for a reason, and you are choosing to ignore it with this Four of Cups here. It is, and maybe you're feeling stagnant with your art because you want something new, you want something to inspire you. But I want you to know that any idea that comes to you is there for a reason and is divinely put there, in my opinion. I do think artists have a closer time tapping into the divine, or an easier time, I should say. So I think any idea that does come to you, we're all artists, but in particular those who exercise their creativity, I think are closer to that connection or are more open to it. But yes, the Devil is all about vices, it's all about self-sabotage, it's all about limiting yourself, and I want to let you know that you can overcome that. The Chariot's here in your near future. So please don't second guess yourself. Do not question your art. You are a creator. You are here to make things and to inspire others, and you can only do that if you wholeheartedly dive deep into what it is into your art form. So don't hold yourself back. So we're going to set these cards aside, and we're going to pull from the Work Your Light oracle card deck. What does group 1 need to hear in this moment? Unbound, releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. I think that is a perfect complement to your tarot reading. Do not bind yourself to something that doesn't serve you. It's almost kind of useless to hold yourself back when you're an artist. That's kind of self-defeating. I want to let you know that if you decide to break this pattern, you are breaking a pattern that is affecting your art. And by doing this, you will be allowed to create more freely and more confidently. So I hope this reading helped, and feel free to just stay on here and look at the cards. Your interpretation is more important than mine, and feel free to just pause the video and gaze upon the cards, because I do think this is a really important message for you. And we'll let you know that I am on Instagram at intuitivelymatt, so please feel free to follow me there. And let me know if this resonated with you. I appreciate it. Bye. Hello, lovely group 2. I see you chose the black tourmaline angel. Really pretty choice here. Such a nice stone, one of my favorite stones. Rose, if you're watching this, thank you for turning me on to black tourmaline. It is amazing. And you chose the Golden Art Nouveau Tarot deck, which is one of my personal favorites. So let's get into your reading here. Okay, so before I pull the cards, I want to ask you to take a deep breath in. Hold. And exhale. Let's pull your cards. Okay, really cool set of cards here. So I feel as though you have a lot of options ahead of you. Maybe you have a lot of ventures or a lot of ideas. That's what I'm getting. You have a lot of brainstorming and a lot of ideas ahead of you. Maybe multiple projects going on at the same time, which I know a lot of artists do. I do that myself too, where I just start multiple things and I don't really finish them. And I feel as though that's what this card is. You're spending a lot of time brainstorming and spending a lot of time in between multiple projects. And what I get here in the Ten of Pentacles is that one of these projects offers great stability and financial, I want to say, opportunity, or it's just a project that you feel as though will be foundational to your art form, art style, success. It's sort of a masterpiece that you're working on. That's what I want to say. And I think once you decide which masterpiece it is that you want to work on, you will be confident. You have this air of like, you know what it is that you're doing. You are in there doing exactly what it is. I'm creating a really great piece, and I don't want that to turn to arrogance, but just be confident and be focused. I feel as though maybe this is going to offer some, I kind of want to say offer some really great, not attention, but it kind of will put you in the spotlight a little bit. It'll force you a little bit out of your comfort zone, because I feel like once you just need to put things into action. That's what it is. Decide on what it is that you're working on, and it will force you into a situation where you can possibly earn something or further yourself artistically. I want to pull a clarification card. And we have the Hanged Man. We don't let your ego get in the way. Maybe you have that kind of tendency to get inflated a little bit, which it's fine. A lot of people do. Be flexible and do not resist change. If you are particularly spiritual, religious, open yourself to the universe, to signs. Open yourself and say, I am willing to take any signs of what to do in this moment, because I feel like there's a little bit of an air of like you are a little lost because of that Seven of Cups right there. This brainstorming is a bit of a delay. I feel as though you need to get your gear, kind of. But it's all about having the bigger picture and having a general idea of what it is that you're doing. You need to get your plan really solidified, and you might see prospects. You might see a good foundational prospect there, but get your plan solidified and don't delay any further. Be confident in what it is that you're serving and dishing out to the world. Now, I do want to pull some oracle cards for you, an oracle card for you, and we are pulling from the Work Your Light oracle deck. What does group number 2 need to hear most about their art? 2 need to hear most about them. Share your voice, come out of the cave, persecution, expression. Awesome card to get as an artist. Basically, are you a little shy when it comes to your art? Is that what all this daydreaming and pre-planning is about? I feel as though you need to act. You need to sort of put yourself in gear, and you need to come out of the cave and, face criticism that comes with being an artist. You need to express yourself. That is inherently artistic. Just get over the fear of failure and continue forward. One of my close friends, Rose, told me, and she's a tarot reader, she said, "Let your faith be bigger than your fear." That is a phrase that has stuck with me ever since I've heard that. And so I think it's something we all need to practice, but especially as artists, we need to sort of get over the criticisms and get over the negatives, get over that fear, because we have a bigger duty here. We have to express and to share what it is that we create. So I hope you enjoyed your reading, and I want to let you know that I do have an Instagram at Untitled, so please feel free to check it out, and I hope you have an amazing, amazing day. Let me know if this resonated with you. Bye. Hello, group number 3. You chose the lepidolite angel. Really pretty stone here. It's one of my favorites. I just got this. It's a small piece. My hand's probably 5.5 inches, and it's about 2.5 too. And we have the Wizard's Tarot deck, one of my favorite artistic style tarot decks. It's not a traditional Rider-Waite, but it's still really pretty. And so let's get into your card reading. This is group number 3 of artists need to keep in mind most about their art. That card flew out. Before we pull your cards, I want to ask you to take in a deep breath. Hold. Exhale. Okay, let's pull your cards. Okay. So we have the Knight of Cults, 10 of Swords, and King of Curses. So this comes with a little key because it's not a traditional Rider-Waite. So Knight of Cults, Cults is Pentacles, 10 of Swords is Swords, King of Curses is Cups. This is a really interesting mix here, a little bit tricky, but Knight of Cults, I feel as though you were in a stable position with your art. You kind of you felt as you were in the mood, you were in the flow of things, you had things really flowing, you were patient with yourself, and you were in a stable point where you felt as though you could even possibly earn money from your art. Or you had some sort of growth spurt, I want to say, in your art, where you felt, I'm sitting here swaying. You were in the flow. You were in your element. And then 10 of Swords is really interesting to get. Pain, suffering, feeling betrayed, and difficult ending. Did you go through some sort of life pain because, or did you feel betrayed? Was there like a partnership where you felt as though you just were stabbed in the back? Usually that's what this card indicates, but this is also could be you defeating yourself. This could also be you not giving yourself the accolades that you deserve, and therefore you get the King of Curses, which reminds me, which is King of Cups, which is all about emotional maturity and being wise. Think of like a father figure, in control of his feelings and supportive and loving. And I feel as though this is all internal. So did you get to a point where you didn't give yourself the credit that you deserved, and therefore you have this King of Cups here reminding you to be loving, to be, I assigned a song to the King of Cups, and I did for all the cups and the major arcana. I'll list those videos in the description box, but I put Whitney Houston's The Greatest Love of All, and so I feel as though you need to sort of give yourself a little bit more love. Know that you are an artist, and that is not always the easiest thing to do, but that you deserve the credit, you deserve the love and attention that the next person does. And do not be self-defeating, and do not get into that mindset, because it's not constructive, and it's easier said than done, I know. But give yourself the credit that it is. Did you learn a new technique that you were working on and you're slowly getting better at it? Progression. I feel as though that's what this Knight of Pentacles is here for, is that slow and steady movement. And maybe it's that even you were working on a skill. You didn't get to your desired outcome fast enough. So you sort of stabbed yourself in the back, and you were kind of like, I'm not even gonna try anymore, or I'm gonna defeat myself to the point where I can't even, look at this piece or work at this anymore. And here's that King of Cups reminding you, be emotionally mature, love yourself, and everything will work out in your favor. Everything there is there to teach you something. So let's put this aside, and we are going to pull from the Work Your Light Oracle deck. What does group number 3 need to keep in mind most about their art? What does group number 3 need to keep in mind most about their art? Oh, she flew out. Boundaries. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? So I feel like this is saying you need to establish sort of mental boundaries. Like, you're not going to go down that path. You're not going to get into that mindset. You need to sort of set up that self-love and that boundary of love, saying, you know what, I need to be kind to myself. I am doing the best I can at every moment. And I'm putting in 110%. It's not like I'm not trying. You need to remind yourself that. You're your worst critic, of course, but you need to set that boundary and sort of distance yourself from that mindset, because it's not constructive. Be kind to yourself, group number 3. I hope you enjoyed your reading. I do have an Instagram at IntuitivelyMatt. I would love it if you checked that out, and I also let me know if your reading resonated with you. I really hope you have an awesome day. Bye.